Is Boruto good? I think this is a question that's on a lot of people's minds. Maybe you just finished Naruto Shippuden and you're looking to get into the anime, or maybe you finished the manga and want the same thing, like to keep continuing the series. Maybe you're new and never even watched or read Naruto, but you want to get into Boruto. Who knows, I'm not here to judge you either way. But the main question is, well, is Boruto any good? This will be kind of a summary of the whole story as well as my opinion and thoughts on Boruto as a series, mostly the manga content as that's what's canon. I kind of want to go over the story and give my initial thoughts and talk about what I enjoyed or didn't enjoy and come to a conclusion of if Boruto is even worth your time. Obviously spoilers ahead, so let's get into the video. So when it comes to Boruto, I don't think it's near as bad as people say it is, like not even close. I do read the manga, so I may have a better understanding of the main story than like an anime watcher, because the anime is, well, just a lot of filler. Almost none of the beginning of the anime is canon until the Momoshiki arc. It's all like slice of life stuff that kind of serves to give the side characters more screen time than the manga gave them, because they're all pretty much irrelevant unless you're talking about the main cast. The side characters seem a bit forced early in the anime. They kind of show up to just tell you, hey, these people from Naruto are my parents and I have this ability. And then they kind of leave and don't get much more screen time, unless it's just more boring slice of life stuff that no one really wants to watch. I guess the anime did do a better job of at least introducing them, but it still just doesn't feel right. And their parents don't get much, if any, screen time whatsoever, so if seeing some of the old characters as adults is what you want, then you may be somewhat disappointed. But I do enjoy how the main cast is written though. We see that Boruto doesn't really follow a lot of the main character tropes that most anime or manga do. He's actually the exact opposite of his father, and his goal isn't to be the leader of the village. He doesn't even want to be the Hokage. He actually hates that his dad is the Hokage because he feels like he never has time with the family due to being the Hokage. And I know some people didn't really enjoy this part of Boruto's story, but I really did. It's much more relatable than having your entire family killed. Boruto just wants to spend time with his dad, who is busy at work all the time and doesn't have time to spend with him. I think that we as an audience have a bias and really don't like this because we know what Naruto had to go through to get here. We followed him on his journey and we just don't like how Boruto is treating him, but I think that it's an interesting dynamic because even though we know this, Boruto doesn't, and he hates his dad until he finds out about his dad's past. I think this is well written and kind of a breath of fresh air, as most anime and manga MCs don't actually have parents in general. I think it was cool because Boruto kind of felt the way I think a lot of people felt at some point in their life, where they just wanted more time with their parents, but they were always busy. Again, contrasting Naruto, he's not really a loser, he's not an outcast. In fact, Boruto is considered a genius at his age, and is far beyond how Naruto was at the beginning of his series. I always enjoyed this aspect of his character because I felt like it was so opposite to Naruto. I always took it as like, this is what Naruto would have been if Minato and Kushina didn't die during the Nine-Tails attack. Boruto is everything Naruto could have been at such a young age. And again, I think this is pretty well written. Despite Boruto having a lot of arrogance, he's actually a really caring character and avoids confrontation if necessary. He only interferes if someone is getting hurt. But this arrogance is also what led him to cheating to get Sasuke to be his master. He felt like mastering the Rasengan should have been easy for him, so when it wasn't and Katsuki took advantage of him and gave him the ninja tool, he became dependent on it to prove to everyone that he was as strong as he saw himself. This is what led him to cheating in the Chunin exams just before Momoshiki's attack. And when Momoshiki and Kenshiki come, the action like really picks up. This is where the old fans of Naruto would be happy because the Momoshiki fight is amazing. We kick it off with Naruto powering up to protect the village before being taken by Momoshiki and having the Nine-Tails chakra removed from him. Momoshiki is also an interesting character as he mirrors Boruto almost to a T. He cheats to achieve power just as Boruto did by taking these chakra pills and gaining more power, similar to how Boruto took the ninja tool to become more powerful. This is just a really good narrative, and I don't know 100% if it was intended, but it really seems to be that way. Anyways, Naruto's getting the Nine-Tails taken from him, and Sasuke gathers the other Kage to rescue him, and we see adult Gaara, adult Kurasuchi, adult Darui, and adult Chojuro teaming up with Sasuke to rescue Naruto, which was just really cool in general. We also see Boruto put on Sasuke's headband and Naruto's old clothes from part 1, showing that he now respects both of them. So Sasuke takes them to where Naruto is, and this amazing fight takes place where all the Kage and Sasuke subdue Kenshiki, and they're beating Momoshiki, so he turns Kenshiki into a chakra pill that he eats, and we see fused Momoshiki, who is implied to be a bigger threat than Kaguya was. Naruto and Sasuke have this amazing fight, and Naruto gives Boruto his chakra at the end to make this massive Rasengan that seemingly beats Momoshiki. But then we see Momoshiki in Boruto's consciousness, where he explains that his fate is dark, and he says that his blue eyes will take everything from him. Then after this, Momoshiki implants the karma on Boruto, which is essentially a backup file so that he can revive through Boruto's body eventually. In the next arc, we see Boruto babysitting the son of a feudal lord, and he gets kidnapped by this guy that can take the shape of anybody he eats. So his plan is to eat the feudal lord's son to infiltrate the leaders of the Land of Fire, and Boruto has to save him. We see Boruto easily take out these goons, and he puts up a pretty good fight against this guy. He's about to lose until the karma activates, and it scares the shit out of him, and he mentions an organization. This is cool because it kind of gave me Akatsuki vibes when it was first mentioned. But yeah, he goes to attack Boruto, then Team 7 pulls up and finishes him off. We then see Sasuke interrogate this guy, and he explains the organization and says they call themselves Kara. And we get a peek of these guys wearing robes in an alternate dimension, and one of them refers to the leader as Lord Jigen. I love this little arc, to be honest. I feel like it gives us a lot of information and still left us with a great cliffhanger by introducing the organization members. And like I said before, I really got Akatsuki vibes, and it was just awesome at the time. Right after this, we see one of the members of Kara, Kashin Koji, kill another member named Victor. After this, he mentions the Leaf Village, and he says that his fate is linked to the village. This is where the fan theory started flying because he heavily resembled Jiraiya, and him mentioning this just made everyone think that he was Jiraiya. It was really cool in the moment looking through all the theories and whatnot right after this. Then after all that happens, we see Boruto and Naruto having a sparring match. Naruto reveals a ninja tool that can absorb ninjutsu similar to Momoshiki. This makes Boruto mad because he now despises ninja tools after the whole Chunin exams thing. Then they go on this arc to the ninja tool laboratory to test out some new ninja tools, and they meet Ao from Shippuden. His whole body is essentially replaced with ninja tools now because of the Fourth War, and Boruto has this conversation with Ao about how ninja tools aren't really bad, it's just how you use them. And this kind of sticks with Boruto throughout the rest of this arc because we find out that Ao is a Kara outer, he's not one of the main members, but he's still linked to the group. We also see that the Kara member named Victor that Kashin Koji killed was suspected of betraying the group and sabotaging the transfer of something really important to the group. So Ao and Team 7 end up fighting, and there's this really cool narrative shown in the fight because Katsuki understands that things change and that ninja tools are important. I think it was really cool and just another example of pretty good writing in the story, and I genuinely enjoyed this arc as well. They end up beating Ao, and after this we see a scuffle between Kashin Koji and Team 7, where we see Koji kill Ao with a toad summon, again just fueling the theories that this guy is Jiraiya. Koji puts up a sealing jutsu to hold them in place, then Konohamaru uses a seal to break free, which it was awesome to see. He has a fight with Koji where they end up clashing Rasengans, again just fueling this theory. Then he ignites Konohamaru in flames, similar to what he did to Victor. After this we see Boruto use the Karma Seal again to absorb Koji's sealing jutsu and save Konohamaru. Koji pulls out of the fight after seeing this, and Boruto passes out. On their way back, they stumble across someone's body laying in a ditch and notice that he has a Karma Seal in his hand as well. Then we see another Kara member named Delta come to watch Team 7 with Koji as Kawaki wakes up, and there's another Kara outer named Garo. He comes and he says that he needs to retrieve his vessel. This is where we learn that Kawaki is the name of the boy and that he is the thing that was lost by Kara. Kawaki and Garo start to fight each other, and in the anime this fight was so well put together and animated. It was fun to watch them exchange blows and see Kawaki's unique abilities. It was even cooler seeing him use the Karma Seal to its full potential as he destroys Garo and makes this huge explosion after his karma is fully charged. We also see that Boruto's karma is somehow linked to Kawaki's, as his is charged up too when he absorbs Kawaki's explosion and protects Team 7. After this, we get a little arc where Naruto's trying to convince Kawaki to stay in the village, and he helps him through his past trauma because he can relate to him, which leads to this really good moment where Naruto hugs him and tells him that he's safe. After this, Koji and Delta come to the village. Koji infiltrates the village because his chakra is recognized by the Yamanaka chakra barrier, again fueling this fan theory that Koji is Jiraiya. Koji wants to do some recon, and Delta gets impatient, so she goes into the village. Her chakra is immediately picked up, and Ino tells Naruto. After this, a fight ensues between Naruto and Delta, where Naruto tries to get information out of her, then they both power up, and we see that they're kind of on par with each other. Naruto has an advantage, so Delta takes Himawari in an attempt to bait Naruto to let his guard down. Delta is about to kill Naruto and Himawari, but Kawaki intercepts the blast and loses his arm in the process. After this, Naruto overloads Delta and beats her, but this was great character development for Kawaki, as he finally put someone before himself and sacrificed his arm for his new father. After that, Kurama tells Kawaki everything about Naruto and how he overcame everything, and Kawaki decides that he trusts him and essentially vows to protect him at all costs. Then we get to Sasuke teleporting into this different dimension where he sees this Otsutsuki hierarchy and finds another 10 tails. We also see projections of past Otsutsuki that they have fought, but he also sees a new one that he's never seen before. Just then we see Jigen, the leader of the Kara organization, come out and absorb the 10 tails chakra. We see Koji still doing his recon when Jigen appears out of Kawaki's karma seal. He has a quick exchange with Naruto and Konohamaru before he tries to take Kawaki, but Naruto ends up jumping in and saving Kawaki. He gets put in this dimension alone with Jigen. Jigen pretty much says that he's just gonna leave him there and go get Kawaki, but Sasuke pulls up, and this leads into one of the best fights in the entire series. Naruto and Sasuke go toe-to-toe with Jigen, pulling out some of their best techniques, and we see Jigen power up, and he counters the Susanoo and the Nine Tails avatar, and Naruto and Sasuke actually end up losing. They actually lose. They got completely outclassed. Sasuke was only able to escape because he could teleport, but Naruto ends up getting sealed away. They actually just get bodied, and it was crazy to see. They completely subverted at least my expectations, and it was kind of a shock. I think that having the strongest ninja in the series just straight up lose to this guy, then going on to realize that he wasn't even at his strongest form, was just a crazy subversion, and I personally enjoyed it. After this, someone has to free Naruto, so Team 7, now ran by Sarada, Sasuke's daughter, and with Kawaki, goes to where Naruto is with Boruto and Kawaki's karma seals. They find one of the Kara Inners guarding Naruto. His name is Boro. They have a scuffle and find out that he has some sort of virus that affects them. Mitsuki bites him with one of his snakes and makes a quick antidote that everyone takes. Then Sarada uses herself as a distraction and starts fading one-on-one with this Kara member, and she was actually doing really good. The whole team then comes and they find out that he has a core in him that essentially is his heart, because all these Kara members are just living ninja tools, they're cyborgs. As everyone is distracting him, Sarada finds the core and uses the Chidori that she learned from her dad Sasuke. He blitzes Boro and rips the core out, but after this he goes berserk and grows into this huge monster and starts beating Boruto almost to death. But out of nowhere, up in the air flying is Boruto. He has the Otsutsuki horn and a Byakugan active. We find out that this is Momoshiki controlling Boruto. He absorbs some of Naruto's chakra because they freed him, and he just absolutely bodies Boro it's not even funny. After all this happens, he passes out, and they make their way back to the village. Then we see Amato, who was a member of the Kara organization, come to the village and offer to help them kill an Otsutsuki. He sits down with Naruto, Sasuke, and Shikamaru, and explains a plan and shows them Kashin Koji, who is ready to just fade with Jigen right now. He thinks he can take him because Naruto and Sasuke weakened him in their fight, and this fight just ended up being super hype and confirmed a lot of the fan theories in some way, because Kashin Koji was revealed to be a clone of Jiraiya. He sets up this elaborate plan to unleash flames from Mount Miyaboku that Jigen can't absorb because they're not made of chakra, they're actual flames. So Jigen has to shrink them, and he ends up breaking his seal. Then it's revealed that Jigen is actually Ishiki Otsutsuki. Koji goes into a perfect sage mode, gets him trapped in between the Rasengan and the flames, and ends up getting countered because Ishiki's dojutsu can store things in a pocket dimension and then make them reappear later, so he crushes Koji's arm. But Koji reverse summons away from the fight. After this, we see that, Ishiki is now on his way to the village. Because he wasn't supposed to reincarnate through Jigen's body, he was supposed to use Kawaki's. Because he used Jigen's body, Kawaki's karma seal has now disappeared, so he has to re-implant it at this point. It's up to Naruto and Sasuke to hold off until his body runs out of time and he dies. Boruto says he can help in this fight, but Naruto refuses. As Naruto leaves, Sasuke talks to Boruto and they come up with a plan. Sasuke tells Boruto that if he can't control his karma seal, then Sasuke will kill him so he doesn't harm the village. Naruto goes to confront Ishiki and starts to get beaten pretty quickly, but just then Sasuke pulls up and now it seems a bit more fair. The only problem is they're evacuating the village, so they can't go all out or they risk hurting people in the village. Then Sasuke throws his sword at Ishiki. He tries to shrink it, but he can't. Then the sword turns into Boruto and Boruto pulls them into a different dimension. Sasuke takes Naruto to this dimension and now they can go all out. The only problem is Ishiki is stronger than Jigen and Naruto and Sasuke already got beaten by Jigen. So they start to lose this fight pretty quickly as Naruto gets beaten to near death. And Sasuke is struggling to just keep Boruto safe from Ishiki. Kurama comes to Naruto and says that there is one more option, but it will cost Naruto's life. Naruto agrees and we see the reveal of Baryon Mode Naruto. And he just starts running Ishiki's pockets. He's just hitting combos on combos with every punch and he's draining Ishiki's life force. So where he once had a week to live, he now has minutes. Eventually Baryon Mode runs out and Ishiki pulls Kawaki into this dimension because Kawaki's replacement arm is ran through Naruto's chakra. So he pulls him into the dimension and Sasuke starts teleporting everywhere, trying his hardest to keep Kawaki away from Ishiki. Eventually Ishiki does get Kawaki and he implants the karma seal on him with just seconds left on his life. But the karma seal disappears and it's revealed that it was actually a shadow clone. Kawaki then jumps on Ishiki, who is now crumbling and falling apart, finally killing him and getting rid of his karma seal once and for all. Everything is fine and they gather around Naruto, who is slowly dying, and then boom, Ishiki appears again and takes out Sasuke's Rinnegan. Dude comes flying out of nowhere, speed blitzes Sasuke and shanks his eye. Then Kawaki engages Boruto in a fight. He gets completely outclassed, but we learn that Kawaki is almost full Otsutsuki now, so Momoshiki plans to feed him to the Ten Tails that we saw earlier in order to make a chakra fruit. Then boom, Sasuke's back, throwing hands with Borushiki. He deduces that he won't be able to absorb jutsu because if he does, it gives Boruto control again. So Kawaki decides to ignite himself in flames because, as I said, he's the last way for Momoshiki to get his chakra fruit. So Momoshiki is pretty much forced to absorb the flames and give Boruto control again. Boruto then rips off the Otsutsuki horn and apologizes for causing so much trouble. It then goes to Naruto sitting with Kurama in what we presume to be the afterlife, but it's revealed that Baryon Mode doesn't actually kill Naruto, it kills Kurama. Naruto's mad that Kurama lied to him, but they share one more fist bump before Kurama's chakra fades away and Naruto wakes up. This moment was so emotional. I feel like most people that love Naruto like I do grew up with the series, so seeing Kurama go, considering he was shown in the first chapter of the manga and was literally the first scene of the first episode of the anime, it was tough. We got to see this character grow and become friends with Naruto just as we had got to see all the other characters grow and do the same. I personally feel like they did a great job with his send-off, especially in the anime. They gave him this really cool montage and it was awesome. After this emotional moment, we see Code, the last member of the Kara organization, just chilling with the Ten Tails, when it's revealed that he also has a karma seal, but it's not like Boruto and Kawaki's, his is white. Ishiki then appears to him and tells him that he has to carry on the Otsutsuki legacy, as his karma seal is the last remaining remnant of Ishiki, but it's a failed karma seal, so Ishiki can't resurrect from it. This is where, in the manga, we see the Otsutsuki god, as Ishiki tells Code to use Boruto or Kawaki to cultivate a divine tree, then go planet to planet devouring them until he is a god. This moment was super hype because it's the beginning of the Code arc, but none of this has been animated, so if you're an anime only watcher, you might consider clicking off here. So yeah, major spoilers ahead. So they all go back to the village. Amato makes Kawaki a new hand, so he doesn't have to rely on Naruto's chakra. Then Amato explains that Code isn't like the other members of Kara. He says Code is special. At this time we see Code going to Boro's base where he ran his cult. Then we see Boruto and Kawaki talking, and Kawaki has an idea for Boruto to implant his own karma on someone and revive through it, to get rid of Momoshiki. We then see Code just destroy these members of Boro's cult because they wouldn't let him in. It goes back to Amato, who explains that Code worshipped the Otsutsuki and especially Ishiki. He also says that Code has limiters on to make him weaker because without those limiters, his power surpasses Jigen. This moment was like so hyped because now we have a new main villain. And Code up to this point hasn't really done anything, but now that Naruto, Sasuke, Boruto, and Kawaki killed Ishiki, that's about to change. He goes into the cult facility and talks to this guy named Bug. He has Bug take him to where the other cyborgs are that were made by Amato that Jigen just didn't want. We then see that Code calls this cyborg Ada. He releases Ada, who essentially has the power to make anyone fall in love with her and be completely unable to harm her. As this is happening, there's a 5 Kage summit going on where Gaara poses the question to Naruto of if he would be able to kill Boruto if it was in the best interest of the world. This leads Amato to give Naruto these pills to suppress Momoshiki, which Naruto gives to Boruto and Boruto takes without hesitation and without even knowing the possible side effects. We also see Amato offer to possibly give Kawaki a new Karma Seal free of Ishiki's control, but he declines. Team 7 then does some training because they all feel like they need to get stronger. They have a sparring match where Boruto beats Kawaki because Kawaki has become reliant on his Karma Seal. Code then releases another cyborg named Damon, who is like the little brother of Ida. His ability is to essentially reflect attacks off of himself onto a person who intends to harm him. So as long as there's intent to kill, then the attack is reversed. Kawaki has like an internal battle where he wonders if he does need the Karma Seal in order to protect everyone around him. Later we see someone is monitoring Naruto's household at all times, so Kawaki suppresses his chakra and leaves a shadow clone behind. But Boruto is able to pick up on this and senses his chakra leaving the village. When Kawaki leaves the village, Code moves in to attack. Code says that he won't kill Kawaki because that was the deal he made with Ada in exchange for her to help, because Ada craves real love and only Otsutsuki don't fall for her ability. So Boruto goes after Kawaki and a fight takes place between Code and Kawaki and Boruto. Code pretty easily takes the advantage, but we see Boruto power up into this true essence form where he's in control of Momoshiki's powers and has all of his years of battle experience. Now Boruto's kind of on par with Code. At the same time, we see that Naruto has 2 clones gathering nature energy as he goes into Sage mode to go save Kawaki and Boruto. Shikamaru says that he'll come along because Naruto's gonna need backup. Boruto collapses and Momoshiki takes control, and at this point Borushiki is pretty far beyond Code in like terms of pure power. Code has to take Kawaki hostage, but Momoshiki doesn't care and blasts a Rasengan through him. The Rasengan is basically just a small Rasengan bullet. Then Naruto shows up and saves Kawaki, but Shikamaru is taken hostage at this point, and Boruto starts to fight Kawaki, who is revealed to still have a Karma Seal because Amato implanted a new one on him when he gave Kawaki his new arm. They fight, and it's also revealed that Naruto and Boruto have some sort of plan. Then Kawaki stabs Boruto straight through the chest, seemingly killing him. Kawaki then fights Code and is clearly stronger, but as Kawaki is about to hit Code with this huge attack, he pulls Damon into the battlefield to reflect it onto Kawaki. I forgot to mention, but Code's ability is essentially like teleportation through these claw marks. Code then pulls out of the fight, and it's revealed that Momoshiki used the last 18% of his own life force to resurrect Boruto, therefore making Boruto 100% Otsutsuki. But at the same time, Momoshiki is now not able to resurrect himself through Boruto. This leads into Code going to take Amato so that he can have his limiters taken off. Code left a like teleportation thing on the back of Shikamaru. That's how he gets into the office with Amato and Shikamaru. But then it's revealed that Amato has made another version of Delta to protect the leaf, but she falls for Ada's jutsu and is unable to fight. Code takes Amato and has his limiters taken off, but Ada and Damon leave with Amato to go to the Leaf Village, because Shikamaru told her that they could be closer to Kawaki that way. So they're now on their way to the Leaf, and Shikamaru explains to Team 7 that Boruto will be tasked with living with Ada and Damon, as they're the only 2 that cannot be put under her like jutsu spell. It's also revealed that Code is weaponizing the Ten Tails and turning it into smaller beings that are essentially small Ten Tails, and he's making an army. And that's pretty much where we leave off in the manga. At the time of recording, chapter 74 is 9 days away, and I'll probably be doing a chapter review or something on the channel from here on out. But to answer the main question posed in the video of is Boruto good or is Boruto even worth your time? Yeah, and I think it definitely is. I always tell everyone who is an anime only watcher to read the manga because the manga is great. Or like at least only watch the canon episodes of the anime because the main story of Boruto, in my opinion, is well written and subverts your expectations better than Naruto did a lot of the times. And the big plot twists and stuff are well done to the point where it doesn't feel forced, and it kind of makes sense but still surprises you. So yeah, I think Boruto is pretty good. If you only watch the anime, it's held back by a lot of filler. And I think that's the main issue. It has a lot more filler than Naruto did, but that's kind of expected considering that the manga is monthly and not weekly. So yeah, my advice is just watch the canon stuff because the main story is really well written. And I think a lot of Naruto fans that think they don't like Boruto actually will if they just gave it a chance. But yeah, that's it. Trippy out. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Peace.